Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Ciarra, and please do remember, if you do not like what I say, how I say it, or why I say it, then please do feel free to click off this video and go about the rest of your day in peace. And so we're back again with another pick a card, and this is of course going to be the April monthly reading. So what do you need to know for April? We'll see if anything love, career-wise comes up, just generally what you need to know for the month. What is the energy going to be like for you? So as always, this is a general reading, so not every card, not every message may resonate for you personally, and of course if you're attracted to more than one pile here, that is perfectly fine because again, your personal messages might be spread across more than one pile here. I also want to mention, if you guys want an additional sort of collective reading for the month of April, please do check out my Patreon link down below, because me and my Pisces will be doing, or excuse me, me and my Pisces twin will be doing a kind of monthly reading through our podcast on Patreon. So if you guys are interested in getting additional messages that way and also supporting us through Patreon, that is definitely going to be where that will be available. So again, if you're interested in that, all the info will be down there through that link. And so with that said, let me go ahead and introduce you to the 4 piles that we have here today. So for pile 1, we have this lovely daisy sticker. For pile 2, we have the witchy picnic. For pile 3, we have this wonderful rainbow flower girl. And for pile 4, we have the strawberry girl. So definitely do take as much time as you need. Meditate on the piles. Ask your higher self if you have a particular question to ask in regards to how your April might go. Definitely do ask that now, and then be intuitively attracted to the correct pile for that answer. And so with that said, I will see you at your pile selection. All right, for those that picked pile 1 here with this gorgeous daisy sticker here, we're going to go ahead and jump into your reading for this month of April and see kind of what the energy is, what you know. We have a couple oracle cards, and of course we have our tarot for the month. So let's see what we got for you guys. So we have the 6 of Earth with Pine. We have the Page of Earth with Linden. And we have the Mother, or the, I keep wanting to say goddess, but it's the Queen of Earth with the, let's see if I can say this right, creosote bush? I don't know if I pronounced that right, but regardless, we have a all earth energy coming out for you guys. So this is going to be an earth heavy month for you. I don't know if any of you are particularly born under the sign of Virgo, Capricorn, or of course Taurus, because that could definitely be a highlight here for some of you. It's definitely going to be a big month in regards to, receptivity, the return of certain things, generosity being brought to you. I definitely feel like there's some form of communication coming through. Definitely with this 6 of Earth here, this could talk about needing to ground yourself in your community, sharing your resources. Your generosity will circle back to you. The soul remains evergreen. So again, it's all about sharing with friends, supporting each other, the people that are in your life, in your community. And I feel like also through that, you're going to be learning a lot also. This might be a month that's heavily involves, going back to study, learning more, making new and old friendships coming up. You might need to release some of the old to allow the new to come in as well. Let's go ahead and also look at our page here. So with the page, with the linden, this is definitely talking about returning to a beginner's path. Lighthearted as a blossom, grounded as a sheltering tree, being flexible as you build your future. So having a very open mind. I feel like there's an opportunity here to learn a lot from the communities around you, whether that's like in a physical space or if that's on an online space. There's a lot here that has to do with taking on new responsibilities, being a reliable source to other people around you. Definitely again, being flexible with your plans, because there could definitely be some interesting opportunities that come up, especially through a new learning path that you are taking on. And of course, we have the Earth, the Queen of Earth here as well, which is going to be all about, being a guardian of the wild places, build circles of women. So again, particularly women might be a big emphasis for your April. So especially communities of women, learning from women, a woman figure that is very prominent in your life. Maybe it is your mother, a grandmother, or again, a completely unrelated female figure who you're going to learn a lot from, sharing medicine, learning more about medicine, again, especially in regards to natural remedies. That might be something you guys are really interested in. And again, she is definitely featuring here about giving back to her community. So that is the big emphasis for you in April, is learning about your community, giving back to your community, being part of that team to, again, strengthen the community that is around you or that you are a part of. Being grounded, having daily rituals that you fall back on that are beneficial, keeping up with a daily schedule. You definitely should get outside more. Maybe having kind of like a fire pit or something at some point in April, maybe to celebrate the changing of the seasons. Weed eating your garden, your natural space, bringing in more of that fresh air and that life into things. So let's also look at what else we have. So our next card here is Iris with Maintain Hope. So yes, there is a lot to be hopeful for. I get the sense of, like, things have been, of course, for the last few months and year, very harsh, very difficult. But for you guys, there's still opportunities to keep moving forward, to keep growing, and it's not like it's all bad, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like some of you have been struggling a lot with that kind of negative mindset of like, there's nothing good. When is things going to get better? Well, again, it really starts with you and with your mindset. So with the iris being here, this flower is often associated with hope and creativity, and its presence stirs inspiration and psychic purity. Even though things have been difficult and may have seemed dark, maintain your sense of hope. Things will improve very soon. As the saying goes, it is always darkest before the dawn. While the dawn is rapidly approaching, trust in your vision and inspirations now. They are true and strong. A promising new birth is at hand. Troubles are passing, stresses are relaxing, problems are resolving. Things will work out, even if not in the way you wish or anticipate. So again, be flexible, be open-minded. You don't know how exactly these things are going to manifest, but they will manifest for you in the correct way and in the correct timing. And again, it is rapidly approaching, so don't stay in a negative mindset. Again, be open to positive, be open to, again, your community and outreach in that way. So we also have here, we have the deer. Got a very strong feminine energy. Take note of the messages in whispers and secrets adrift on the breeze. So yeah, definitely get outside and get more fresh air, because literally a lot of you who pick this pile are very clairaudient. And so when you are exposing yourself to stimulus in regards to, sound, the air, listening to the trees, like literally you will get intuitive hits from the auditory things that you are intaking. So be mindful of the kind of music and words that are being spoken around you or that you're speaking to yourself, because that power of sound has a very strong impact on you guys. So hide, gentle, alert, every sense keen, stands motionless amongst the leafy trees. Like deer, be acutely aware now of what drifts to you on the breeze. A snippet of conversation, even the fresh spice of cologne, may hold secrets untold. Deer protects herself by gathering peacefully with others and counsels that you now seek to be a part of a bigger whole. If estranged from family or friends, deer advises that the that you guys ask for forgiveness and forgive in turn, fostering mutual love and the regeneration that this brings. So literally, if you've been out of contact for whatever reason with friends or family, again, your community, you need to repair that bridge. However that may be, or forge new bridges, because you need that connection, especially in April. So our last card here is Primrose in the reverse. And I think it's really interesting that we have that cauldron coming up in this image. So it's definitely telling me, yes, a focus on the kind of materials you're putting into your body are really important, healing, as well as, again, that sense of community. So let's go ahead and see what the Primrose in reverse has to say for you guys. So we're going to go ahead and jump to that in the booklet. So Primrose in the reverse talks about romantic illusion, the quest for wholeness. So the search for romantic love can easily turn into a trap that ensnares you in a whole world of illusion. Hollywood tries to ensure that none of us feels fulfilled unless we are in the throes of a passionate love affair, and yet experience, and now studies of brain chemistry, tells us that the initial stages of love give way either to disillusion and separation, or a less intense form of affection, care, and companionship that can lead to a fruitful and long-lasting relationship. If you've chosen this card reversed, you may need to objectively assess whether you have fallen prey to the illusionary aspect of romantic love. To what degree is your quest in life to find completion through another human being or through yourself? So again, some of you could, on the romantic front, be kind of caught up in an idea of illusion. Which kind of goes back into that maintaining hope. Because some of you might be kind of putting too much of like a high expectation on how a love should be or how you should fall in love and connection. And it's like, that is, again, it is an illusion that is perpetrated a lot through media of like this idea of a grand love or how it should go. But that's not necessarily the reality of things. Sometimes it's more simple than that. Sometimes it's more complicated. I mean, it just depends from person to person. And the reality is that a significant other isn't going to complete you. They can definitely help in some aspects, but you have to kind of be proactive in being sustainable with yourself. And that is something that, yes, you can do. You don't have to be a complete person before you meet somebody. Necessarily, it helps, but it's like you can learn a lot from each other, but it's not about using another person to, again, put the puzzle pieces together for you that you have to put together yourself. If that, hopefully I'm making sense in that way. But it's like, and also don't think that, that a significant other is going to be like a Prince Charming or a princess. It's like, that is not reality. That is a fantasy, honestly. Everybody's going to come with baggage. Everybody is going to come with certain, pros and cons, and it all comes down to communication and compromises. What are you willing to work on together? What are you willing to, be open about and talk about? It all comes down to communication as a big key here. And also being, again, flexible and open-minded. Maybe this is a call for some of you. Maybe some of you have this idea that, you'll never meet somebody through the internet. Or maybe or somebody who thinks the opposite, where you'll never meet somebody in person. Well, the problem there is that you don't know how you're going to meet somebody. It can happen anyway. And so just be open to all the possibilities. Try online dating if you haven't done it. Or try putting yourself out there. Go out into your community. If it, given restrictions, safety, all that. Be smart about these things. Make sure you do your research when it comes to online dating. What are red flags that you should look out for? Believe me, there's articles all over the place that help you to learn about that. But again, don't cut your nose off to spite your face is what I'm getting here. Don't be stuck on an illusionary fantasy idea and kind of miss the reality of things, because you're setting yourself, when you're like that and you jump into a thing with such high expectations and this perfect image in your mind, you're just setting yourself up for disappointment, really. Instead of just being open-minded and being like, hey, I just really want to get to know this person. I'm not coming in this with any particular expectation. I know what my integrity is. I know what my boundaries are, but definitely know that. Know the things that you are not comfortable with and you will not, compromise on, or again, you don't want to be with somebody who's going to cross those particular boundaries for you. So know those things and don't, again, skimp on those things or give in to somebody else's whims just because you want to please them or something. Stay true to who you are in that aspect, but at the same time, be open-minded to maybe trying something new, seeing what they have to offer. Maybe they're not your usual type. Again, I can go on all kinds of long rants with this, but that's just again, the point that I'm getting with this particular energy being present here. So yes, overall, I feel like for April for you guys, it's such a beautiful month in regards to just reaching out to others, to learn more, to enrich your daily life and your daily routine with more connection and more opportunities to be, again, hopeful, to see that the world isn't just all a shit fucking place all the time. Well, yes, it is. It can definitely be shitty a lot of the times, especially lately, but that doesn't mean it's all bad all the time. There is opportunities for growth and for beauty and to celebrate those things. So don't just view it all from a negative lens or, again, from an illusionary lens. So, with that said, that is everything I'm seeing here for this pile. So if this resonated, if this made sense, which I hope it did, definitely do leave a like, comment down below. And again, if you'd like additional sort of monthly reading, definitely do check out our Pisces podcast on our Patreon pages. Again, mine will be linked down below. You can go to my twins channel and find hers as well. And I will see you in the next one. For those that picked pile 2 here with the little kitchen witch picnic, we're going to go ahead and jump into your reading for the month of April. So we have a couple oracle cards, and of course we have our tarot cards. So we're going to see what they have to say. So we have the 2 of water, which is like the 2 of cups. So woohoo! April could definitely be a big romantic month for you guys. It could definitely be about a new connection, love at first sight, partnerships, again, romantic or otherwise, but it's definitely about sharing with another person, your passions, your excitement. Definitely, I get a good sense of like fresh air coming into your life. So let's see what else we have. We have the 6 of water too. Wow, this is going to be a really big emotional month for you guys. Hardcore. This could definitely be somebody maybe from your past. Maybe you're going to be returning back to your childhood in April. Or again, there's going to be emphasis on kind of like a childlike sense of wonder. Maybe your inner child is definitely going to be working heavily with you in April. Or maybe that is something you're going to be working on. And we also have the 4 of air. So yeah, pay attention, especially to your dreams. You might even want to work a lot with lavender in spell work of some sort. So yes, with this 2 of water here, this is all about letting love in for you guys. Soften dry and brittle wounds. So again, I feel like wounds from the past will be healed. They will be healing in this particular month. Welcome genuine connection. Yes, there's definitely a genuine connection or reconnection with, again, somebody that you knew, or maybe you were like, it could even be as simple as like somebody from your same city, your same state, maybe even like your same school, but you didn't really like hang out, or you didn't know, or maybe you're from different years or something. But there's a sense of, again, this homecoming. The particular goddess that's coming up here with the 2 of water is Aphrodite. So you might be particularly wanting to work with her as well. She's definitely going to be creating relationships for you. It's also about self-renewing you. Definitely be very open-hearted. Definitely taking everything with a very open mind, especially when it comes to these partnerships. Approach partnership with kindness and emotional stability, and you will experience mutuality. So yes, definitely do that. And again, invite love into your life. Make an offering of mallow to Aphrodite. That is something you guys might literally want to do and work on. So next up, of course, we have our Four of Air as well. This is talking about withdraw behind borders, calm the body and mind, pause to cherish the present moment, being in the present moment. Don't be so worried about the past or too focused on the future, because again, this opportunity to meet this partner is in the present. They could literally be right underneath your nose and you don't even realize it. Building a foundation for deeper understanding is definitely an emphasis here. Making sure that you're getting adequate rest, especially if you've been having any trouble sleeping. You need to relax your mind, your body. Take breaks regularly. This is definitely April is about relaxing and kind of just having a little bit more fun, I'm getting the sense of. So, especially with this Six of Water here, this is about celebrate milestones, old and new. Freely give, freely receive. Let your heart be comforted by the company of friends. So literally, there could be somebody in your friend circle who could develop into a love partnership. Again, celebrating with community, friends, honoring your connection by expressing how much your friends mean to you. You might even want to kind of put on like a little picnic or some sort. There's also a big emphasis on these beautiful purple kind of flowers, so you might want to work with the color purple, wear it a little bit more. Embracing a very carefree attitude and watch your joy expand. Let old tensions be dissolved and replaced with love. Yes, for April, you gotta relax. You gotta have a little bit more fun and watch how things just magically unfold around you because you do that. So let's see what else we have here. We have cedar with protection. So again, if you are at all worried about your protection, or again, putting yourself out there a little bit more, know that again, you are protected by your guides, by the spirits. Literally, Aphrodite might be protecting you in particular. So an ancient tree, cedar has a fragrance that is cleansing and protecting. It has been used in many rituals and healing ceremonies around the world. Its appearance now heralds a time of protection surrounding your endeavors. Emotions will calm, situations will appease, and balance will be restored. Take advantage of this brief time to focus on your own healing and purification. Events outside of you will be taken care of. Exactly. This is a time and a month for you to relax, for you to regroup, for you to heal after all the kind of bullshit that you've gone through. And you're going to be protected while you take this time to pause and kind of just, again, experience the wonderful shift in the seasons as well. Getting out there, get around bodies of water in particular for you guys. Feel the air and the sunlight on your skin. Make sure that you kind of splurge a little bit, If you can't be like physically around your friends or your close connections, just have a little spa day kind of picnic just for yourself as well. Let's see what else we have here. We have elephant. You gain the love and wisdom that is passed from one generation to the next. So literally, your ancestors are also watching out for you in this month. They could be passing on a lot of important wisdom. So with the elephant, a mighty colossus who bestrides the earth on fleshly pillars. Elephant is also the embodiment of sentience, heartfelt emotion, altruism, and maternal love. Her intelligent presence in your cards comes to remind you of the unconditional love that only family unreservedly gives us. In times of trouble and embarrassment, we sometimes turn away from even our parents. Elephant counsels that the time has come to accept their love and learn from the wisdom which, like elephant, they have accrued over a lifetime. So yeah, you might even want to reach out to your parents, depending again on how your relationship is with them. and connect back to that, because that's literally what the Six of Water has a lot to do with, is again, the childhood, your child state, your inner child. You might need to do some healing in April in regards to that area, especially if this is resonating in that way. So lastly, we have the Restorers, and they came out in the reverse. So we're going to go ahead and see what this card has to say for you. So in the reverse, it's talking about imbalance, anxiety, and disturbance. So these might be things that you're kind of dealing with and what you need to heal from. So drawing this card reverse may indicate that you or someone you know are out of balance and feel disturbed and anxious. Life is often puzzling and relationships are so difficult. It is no wonder so many people suffer from anxiety and depression. Now may be the time to tackle this imbalance with a combination of counseling, herbal medicine, and lifestyle changes. Alternatively, the card may indicate that a situation or project is unstable or completely unrealistic, and that a good dose of common sense is required to get back on track. It may be time to hire a consultant or simply get someone to look at the problem objectively and give advice. So yeah, reach out to the people that you trust, or again, a professional in the field of whatever it is you're working on, to get a second opinion. There's nothing wrong with getting a second or third opinion, or even a fourth. Like, whatever you need to do, just go ahead and do it. But also, again, don't be so bogged down by work or worries, or again, these anxieties in this month, because this is a really, really important time for you to refresh and restore yourself, especially with the shift in seasons. Like, if you do it, especially in reverence to nature and what changes natures are going through, which again are reflecting the cycles within yourself, and you recognize that and you work with that, I feel like you're going to be setting yourself up for a really positive rest of your year, where even when the challenges and the disruptions come, you'll be so much better at handling them if you do this practice now. Again, starting with the spring, and every time a new season comes around for you guys, work with that cycle. I feel like you are very connected to those cycles, and again, honoring a particular deity, honoring your ancestors during these season changes are beneficial for you as well, especially setting particular goals for your development around this time is also beneficial. So with that said, I think that is everything I'm seeing for this particular pile. So if this resonated, please do let me know. Comment down below. And of course, if you'd like another additional kind of monthly reading, me and my Pisces twin are going to be doing that on our podcast that is only available through Patreon. So if you guys are interested in that, please do check out my link. You also get access to a bunch of other fun goodies through that. So with that said, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. All right, for all of you who chose pile 3 here with this absolutely gorgeous sticker, I absolutely love it. We're going to go ahead and jump into your reading for April and see what it is you need to know. Of course, we have a couple oracle cards, and we have our tarot. So for your tarot, we have the Page of Water. We then have the Temperance card coming out for you guys. And we have the Knight of Air. So definitely what I'm getting here is that you guys could literally be having a crush on somebody here in April. Somebody who maybe is like more analytical minded. There's definitely a call here for you guys to work on balancing, especially with Temperance. Temperance is like the higher form of the Magician card. So yes, manifestation and balance are going to be a huge aspect here. With this particular card in this deck, it's talking about trust the magic of presence, see the sacred in the simple, create new magic from what is familiar. So again, you might even want to work on kind of simplifying your magical practices in a way where you're taking more of the things around you and incorporating it more like kind of like daily magic, in a sense where it's like you're taking common things that you just have around your house. So almost kind of like witchcraft on a budget, which is actually going to be a topic for a Pisces podcast that we are going to be doing. So if you guys are interested in learning more about that, definitely do check out our Patreon link down below. But yeah, it's like really being in the present moment, focusing on what it is you can do in the now, give every task before you the gift of your full attention. Stillness is going to really reveal a lot to you. Especially how to forge this middle way. That's kind of your focus here for April, is staying within the middle, which is very much like a Buddhist practice, the middle way, which is, not going in any particular extreme in either direction. Definitely be calm, open up your windows more. Again, that's like a big energy focus that I'm just getting for April with this change in the seasons, really refreshing for everybody. The energy, cleaning house, spring cleaning is definitely going to be an aspect here. Creating simple ceremonies for you guys every single day that you kind of do, whether it's just making a simple cup of tea, because literally we have that featured here more than once. Maybe you even want to start gathering your own ingredients, or starting a little like herb garden where you're growing things to make your own kind of tea. That could definitely be a possibility for some of you. So let's also talk about our daughter of water here, which is like our page of water. She's talking about return refresh to a beginner's heart, tender heart, big dreams, calm your spirit when emotions run awry. So again, starting something new, a new practice. Again, I already mentioned that, you might even want to work on being a little bit more creative, adding in some creativity into your daily life that lights you up, that excites you, whether that's writing, like a daily journal entry. But yeah, I also get the sense of, something new and fresh in your feelings. Maybe, again, you're crushing on somebody, you're interested in somebody romantically. Having a very playful mindset, really allowing your imagination to kind of run a little wild here in April, because it's going to light you up and it's going to really inspire you to try some new things. So with our Knight of Air here, this is speak from between... What a line. Speak from between your legs. Shout, sing, and scream. Declare your truth loudly and without fear. That line, speak from between your legs, huh? I wonder what some of you are going to get busy doing here in April. Again, I'm not going to go to R-rated here. But yeah, that's like a big thing that just came through my mind, if you catch my drift. So, wow. Okay, I'm going to read this because this is going to make a lot of sense. So, the Knight of Air is a champion for truth. She vows to remove the shame around women's bodies, beginning by loving her own. She strengthens the seat of her voice with vaginal steams. She knows oregano is more than just a kitchen herb. It is also an ally for women, easing menstrual pain and menopausal symptoms, bringing on menses and increasing warmth and circulation to the pelvic region. She understands what ancient women knew about the connection between the vagina and the throat. When one is constricted, so is the other. She sings during birth and screams during sex. She allows throat and vagina to open in order to express herself fully. She is blunt and clear. So that particular line, she speaks from between her legs, actually comes from the author of Women Who Run with the Wolves, Clarissa Estes. Wow. So this is literally talking about using vaginal steams to improve circulation and energy flow in the pelvis and the womb. Practicing activities such as harvesting herbs in a squat position to open your pelvis. When you cook with oregano, don't forget to sing. These cards are so dope and so cool. So obviously, if you identify as female, as a woman, you are a woman, this is going to be a big month for you guys to focus on your womanly health. Connecting the throat and your vagina. I'm also going to mention, since it was definitely bringing up, periods, menstruation, all that. Yes, sex is an extremely beneficial thing for women during that time period. So yes, I'm not going to get super spicy here with this particular reading, but some of you definitely have some big opportunities here in April to get down with that, if you catch my drift. So really, really interesting. Yeah, and using herbal remedies if you have any issues like that, especially like, again, a tincture, a daily tea that you have, maybe for issues like that, learn about the kind of herbs that are beneficial for that. Really, really interesting stuff. So let's go ahead and see what else we have. We also have the Meadow with growth and abundance. Really strong Empress energy coming through here as well. So let's see about our Meadow here. So with the Meadow present, let's see, where is it? It says, meadows are fertile, well-nourished landscapes, and you are entering a time in which you also will become more fertile in everything you do. You'll be nourished by the world around you, helping you to grow and develop more fully. Meadows are places of renewal. You'll soon find a greater sense of balance, growth, abundance, and fertility. This is an ideal time to renew pursuits once set aside. Open to new possibilities and explore. Much is now becoming available. You do not have to choose it all, but recognize the choices as a sign of what is possible in the future. So I also going to say, for a lot of you, again, of the female persuasion, if you're trying to get pregnant, April is going to be a good month for you to focus on that. So, next up, we have the hummingbird. Turn away from infidelity so that love may blossom. Bam. Wow, there's a lot of kind of like love and relationship stuff coming out here as well, which makes sense because, again, we have that page of water, which is always kind of a romantic card in a lot of cases. So, let's go ahead and see about our hummingbird here. So, delicate beauty of balmy, sun-kissed chimes. Hummingbird is faithful to the blossoms that nourish her and knows that there is little more injurious to love than infidelity. If a partner is unfaithful, it is time to soar away and taste the affection of another. If you no longer love exclusively, fly away before you bruise their being and take away something essential from your own soul that will leave you less open to love the next time it is offered. So seriously, if you guys are in a relationship situation where obviously your partner is not being faithful, the love is dwindling, it's time to get out of that relationship for sure. And even if for you yourself, you're not feeling the spark anymore, you're feeling attracted to somebody else, leave the relationship you're currently in. Because again, that's just beneficial all around for everybody. It might sting, it might hurt in the moment, but in the long run, it's going to be better for everybody. So lastly, we have Wald in the reverse coming out here with the boar imagery. So let's go ahead and see what this particular card has to say for you guys. So we're going to go to our W's. So with this card coming out, it's talking about limitation, obstacles, and wounding. So astrologers assign Saturn, the planet of structure and limitation, to Wad. And if you have chosen this card reversed, it may mean that the structure around you is hindering rather than helping you. Perhaps you are feeling wounded or hampered by obstacles, longing for freedom from the limitations around you. If this is the case, it may be of help to turn this card around and gaze at the image upright, particularly at the sky. Rather than think about what you want freedom from, think about what you want freedom for. Finish the sentence, I want the freedom to. If you are able to find goals that make your heart sing, the very things that seem to be standing in your way can become stepping stones that lead to a flowering of your creativity. In the same way, if you feel wounded, although it is important not to deny that awareness, it may be helpful now to shift your focus from the wound to what you can give to the world. Exactly. So there's a big emphasis here for you guys to really speak your truth as well. I'm getting that. Some of you might have a blockage in your throat chakra in particular, your throat and your root chakra, and also your sacral chakra that you might need to work on in April in particular to improve your overall situations. So that is everything I'm seeing here for this particular pile. So if this resonated, please do let me know. Comment down below. I'm very curious to know what you all think about these new cards. This is actually a new deck that was recently gifted to me. So I'm still learning it. But I hope that you guys enjoyed. Again, if you'd like to get access to that exclusive Pisces Twin podcast, definitely do check out the Patreon link down below. So thank you all so much, and I'll see you in the next one. For those that picked the fourth and final pile here, let's go ahead and see what the energy is going to be around your April. So, of course, as always, we have some Oracle cards and we have our tarot cards, which I should have been mentioning with all the piles that this is a brand new deck that was gifted to me. So I'm still very much learning it. So let's go ahead and see what we have. We have the King of Air with Rosemary. We also have the Four of Water with Mint. Oh, God, I love mint. Mint is one of my favorites. Pay attention for bluebirds. Like any kind of bird that has the color blue, that might be a significant synchronicity for you guys. And we have the Tower with mushrooms. Wow. So April is going to be a big month for you. Definitely for completely changing your perspective on things, you know, tearing down old beliefs, old stagnant energy, and revitalizing it and turning it into something new. So you might even have some kind of shakeups in April, some unexpected things that happen. Again, doesn't necessarily mean that there are, you know, negative things, but in some cases, they can be uncomfortable. So with the Tower here, it's talking about let tragedy nourish the soul of rebirth. Everything is food for growth. Be liberated by your acceptance of profound change. So again, sudden changes, lead to destruction and upheaval, but that's also a chance for renewal and regeneration in a lot of ways. You know, it's all about transforming a bad situation into a good situation, because that's whatever is occurring in April, it's a veiled miracle. It's like a veiled blessing. You might not perceive it as a blessing initially when it happens, but it really is. Especially because it's not going to be in the way that you expect it. It's like you're going to not even realize the benefit you're getting initially, because we have that Four of Water here as well. So again, you definitely want to, let in this new energy. And again, through releasing the old, that is how you'll do that. So let's go ahead and also talk a little bit about that Four of Water as well. So with the Mint, take time to refresh your spirit. Prevent plenty from becoming too much. Quench your thirst with gratitude. And that line there, prevent plenty from becoming too much. Mint is a very prolific plant. If you let it grow, it will be overtaking everything else around it. So that's why you have to be caring for mint on the regular, pruning it back when it needs to be. And it's also, very easy to propagate mint most of the time. So it's like cuttings can become new plants very easily if you know how to do it correctly. So there is definitely a need here of, kind of pruning back a little bit, kind of harvesting, cleaning things up. Again, I've mentioned this with almost every single pile of kind of like this idea of spring cleaning is going to be a big emphasis right now. Because again, we are shifting seasons, especially here in like the Northern Hemisphere. So this is a really important time to work with this kind of energy. So, life sometimes leads to boredom or discontent. Your lack of interest is keeping you from connection. Create a nourishing space to contemplate your feelings. Mint plants are used as border plants because they can be trained to grow as a lively hedge. However, just as mint can overtake the garden if it's not contained, your feelings can overwhelm. Replenish your emotional reserves with uplifting practices. Mint tea is an energizing and refreshing medicine. Notice and appreciate the blessings in your life. Do not take them for granted. Build a foundation for emotional stability with a gratitude practice. Sit quietly and bring your awareness to what you have overlooked. So yes, that makes so much sense that this is coming up, especially in relations to the Tower card, which is all about tearing down the tower and rebuilding that on top of that foundation. So again, make sure that the foundation is the correct one you want. So lastly, again, we have our our king of air here. So he is all about adapt a story and pass it on. With pen, song, or brush, tell your story. What is remembered lives. So this is all about, being very calm and collected throughout this whole entire period. Gathering that wisdom. Wisdom is not an ancient relic to be collected, but inspiration for new awareness. So, be a good listener to what your intuition and your higher self and your guides have to say in April, because it's not going to guide you astray for sure. It's going to bring about clarity and inspire peace in you. Definitely be doing some sort of, because, we already had that mention of like a gratitude practice, but also just regular journaling for you guys every single day would be really beneficial as well. So let's see what else we have. So we also have the daffodil with trust in your power. Exactly. And again, we have a lot of daffodils blooming right now as it is. So daffodil is the harbinger of spring. A new season is upon you. It awakens inspiration and creativity, stirring the higher self. You have more power and creativity in situations than you may believe. And with power comes responsibility. You need to act on it. Trust in your creativity. Trust in your power. You can make it work. You have more power to change things than you realize. Surrender to the divine. Those around you will respond as long as you believe and trust in yourself and your ideas. Examine yourself in a new light. Really, really cool. So yes, you have more power in this situation, and definitely to handle the upheavals and the changes and the rebirth that you're going to go through. You guys got this. So we also have the chameleon. Conceal ambition with patience until it's time to make your move. Always really wise advice right there. So basically that's saying, don't be basically spilling the beans and talking about what you're planning in like high detail before it's actually ready to be like put out there into the world, because you don't know how another person energy is going to affect that, or if somebody is going to try to like take your idea and run with it first. So it's just wise to kind of, hold back on revealing too much until, again, the appropriate timing. So chameleon is at one with herself and her world, her sense subtle, artful, and otherworldly. Her very skin sensing her environment and mimicking the colors that surround her. Be aware of subtle energies, the etheric vibrations that emanate from us all, psychic visions from afar, and trust to their message. In the tricky world of business, bide your time. Become gray and unnoticeable, perfectly positioned to assess the myriad occurrence and independent ambitions at play. And only then, like chameleon, strike a fly, make your move. Exactly. So it's definitely for you guys when it comes to business and career for April. Definitely, again, hold your cards to your chest. Don't let anything be revealed too soon. And just kind of like wait it out, because it's not quite the right time yet. So lastly, we have the Banes in the reverse here for you guys. So we're going to go ahead and talk about this particular card. So with the Banes in reverse, this is talking about ill will, betrayal, and difficulty. That might be part of why you need to kind of, again, hold your patience here. So each of the Banes can be used to deadly effect. If you have chosen this card reverse, it may mean that you need to be aware of the harmful consequences of your words or actions. It is possible that you have betrayed someone or a value that in your heart of hearts you hold dear. Rather than openly confronting or challenging the person or the problem, you may instead have worked in the darkness of unexplained motives, with feelings of hurt and a desire for revenge that you never dared express. Rather than now feeling despair, it's important to realize that your actions have created a difficulty that can become a challenge for you. To show the strength of character to resolve the issue, make amends, or move on in your life with wisdom and compassion. The soul creates learning experiences for us. Really interesting, guys. So obviously, if you have gone through a period like that, obviously, this is a call for April to kind of move away from that thinking, to, again, face it head on instead of kind of working in the shadows. because you need to release that shit. Any kind of grudges, revenge feelings, ill will. You need to release that shit so that you can move forward, definitely, into the bright new beginnings that are happening. Because again, we have literally the change of season, which is all about starting again. This is an opportunity to reinvent yourself. So with that said, that is everything I'm seeing here for this particular pile. So if this resonated, please do leave a like, comment down below. And again, if you'd like access to some exclusive Pisces Twin podcasts, pick-a-cards, all that fun stuff, that's going to be available through my Patreon link down below if you guys are interested. So thank you all so much, and I'll see you in the next one.